Ah,
Hello there.
last time we ended up playing, we were working on our iron output and getting that fully taken care of. I feel like I actually did a really solid job of getting everything moving as fast as possible. So like we have all of our iron rods, plates, and screws coming out. Oh, hey you sweetie. And in doing so, we got pretty much everything running at full efficiency, nearly. The only thing that we would need to do is upgrade this specific line to level 2 conveyor belts, because they just move a little too slow to be able to output at full efficiency. But we'll get to that when we get to that. For the sake of today, we're going to be upgrading the rest of our concrete line. So that way, that one is pumping out resources as fast as possible, which is going to be a little tricky to figure out. We're going to need to do it in a very particular way. Honestly, I might actually end up having to leave it for a little bit, at least until I get my reinforced iron plate factory set up. And then once we're finished with hopefully getting our copper lines set up, yeah, it's not a great spot. You know what? I think we're gonna leave our concrete line as is for the time being, and we'll we'll just go ahead and get the copper line upgraded and fully outputting what it needs to output. And then from there we will see, a little stuck there, doggo. Hey, let me jump over this way. I'm gonna take that out. And drop. Gonna make your way over. Eee! What gave him the mount? Jeez. Nice. Alright. So what do we need for our copper? First, we're gonna need to get these lines upgraded to level 2, I think. Which means I'm gonna need to make some plates real quick. Gonna need more screws for this. Then I think after we get our copper lines set up, we're gonna get our reinforced iron plates at least automated. Whether it comes out fully efficient, I don't know if I'll be able to get that done quickly. Alright, let's see. Have Mark II belts set up over here. We'll actually just put that line there. And then break that down so that makes a little bit of space. We're also going to break this down. There we go. So for copper, the two immediate resources that we would have to concern ourselves with is wires and... Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, we're gonna need to set up wires and... whatchamahoots, cable. That's what it's called. Cutting down. I think we're also gonna break this down. So that way we can just get this fully decked out. I love you too, baby. production. We need smelters. That's not the right button. H. Okay, so are you lined up? You are pretty much. Yeah. There. 3 and so cut these out real quick. There we go. Okay, and we need 2 more smelters. Poke you down there. There. Gonna need to clear out some of this wildlife. There we go. Set you up along here for now. Alright, so to get this properly going, we're gonna need splitters. We'll put 1 splitter down at the end here, and this will serve as our input. Put you down right there. Alright, then this needs to be a Mark II belt. Send you down this way, we hook you up there, and hook you up there. Alright, so that gets these lines pretty much set. Now I gotta hook up all of our inputs into our splitters, put our Mark II belt into that setup there. I'm being assaulted again. And these should all be outputting properly into our smelters. Good. Actually no. We'll keep that there, just to keep our power organized. And then we'll put 1 power pole in between there, and then 1 power pole over there. And then we just hook all of our lines up. Alright, there we go. We can hook that up over there. Just to keep things looking nice, we'll go ahead and cut that power line out, plug that in there. That should keep everything going smoothly. So each of these are going to be outputting 30 copper per minute, which means that we can have our lines set up like so. I might build these up by an additional foundation. There we go. Now we take our constructor. And I need cable. Constructor. Put you down right there. 1, 2. I need more reinforced plates. That'll do for now. Let's see. So you're going to be making wire. So you take 15 copper. You're going to be outputting 30 copper. So these setups are going to run slow for the time being. Which I think should be okay. You're making wire, you're making wire. Means that I need to connect the power from... Whoops, I bet. I need to connect you Not you. Maybe I can connect you over here for the time being. There we go. That will keep our initial copper flowing. I think I actually will put another layer of constructors on top of this. Ooh. Oops. Oh, put those down. Break that down too. And constructor number. That's powerful. There we go. Ah. Did I not build you up high enough? We will build you up one more. We get far out of it. There we go. We'll do that right there. Now I can connect the top and the bottom together like so. Huck you up there, huck you up there. There we go. Now this full setup should be powered, so now I can just put a conveyor splitter right there. I'll put one in line right there. And we'll put a Mark II. We'll make this Mark 1 lift. It's so hard to tell if these are high enough. Think that should work? There we go. That's better. Let's make that a Mark 1. You don't need that to be Mark 2. Same with that. Okay, that's hard. Great. So now that is our copper outputting out of these two systems as fast as possible, which is real good. Now I want to put another set of constructors in front of these two on the bottom. And we'll actually leave the constructors on top running normally. So we'll put that there and that there. Huck you up to you and huck you up to you. Go on to 9. Like so. Alright, and then the recipe we want you to make is cable, which takes 60 wire per minute. You're outputting 30 per minute, so it's gonna just be one of these setups then. Gonna plunk you there, you into there. All right, cool. That'll be 60 wire per minute pumping out into this setup here. It'll be like so. Great, that's our cable setup. I think in order to power this system, I'm going to want to plug you into there. We'll dismantle you. Where do I even have that power coming from? It was like over in that direction. It was weird. I was really lazy when setting up initial power, wasn't I? No, I think we'll just plug you in the corner right there. That way you are not so, like, distantly connected from things. Kind of makes sense that you would be right there. Okay. And then to get these ones down, we'll go ahead and put a Honestly kind of want a conveyor lift. There we go. Is that a good spot for it? It is not. That might be a little too high. Ooh. I just page down it without it goes into the ground if I do that. Okay. Then I think right there. Yep, that seems right. Okay. So we output you into there, and then we put a merger on you. Like that. Great. Then that is both of our lines coming out. So I think what we want for our output, it's going to come out over on this next one. There we go. So Mark 1 belt goes into Mark 1 belt. So there we go. Now we'll have consistently outputting cable. Although I need to hook my power line up to you. So I think the way that we'll do that is by just whipping those two things together. And then I'll have to go and reactivate my power, which I'll do that real quick. It's going to be a little interesting setting up these other lines. I have enough space to put one just below. Can I do that real quick? And then the other one's probably going to go up top. Yeah, like that. Alright, we'll figure that out in a second. How is our power setup? No fuel in either of those, which is a problem. You guys are all running on logs. This is also something I should probably get automated. Alright, let's get this power back up and going. Plunk you in there, plunk you in here. Chuck you in there, chuck you in there. Chuck you in there, and... clunk. There we go. Now everything's back up and running. Hey, buddy. Whoa, you brought me a power slug. What a nice dog. Okay. Great. Both of our lines are operating at some amount of efficiency. Will this reach? It's barely not. Darn. Alright, so I'm just gonna hook these back up into my main storage. For the copper lines, or at least for the copper wire, I can just hook this into the bottom like so. Yeah, that seems correct. Because I already have a some copper in this system, so it's just makes that split there. As for our cable, where do I want to put it in? Probably this line here makes most sense. I suppose I could just put another thing up there and I'll worry about that. So what? It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 tall? Get rid of you. There we go. All right. Then, for the sake of building cohesion, break that down. Oh, don't break that down. There we go. I almost selected one of the constructors in the distance. Definitely don't want to break that down. There we go. Now we just clamber on top of our little resource tower and plug you in right there. Should be tall enough to where things don't really clip that together that easily. Damn, dog be drifting. Alright, so if I am remembering correctly, it's gonna take 4 smelters, an equal amount of constructors. Matter of fact, if we're gonna do it with the screw setup that we have, it's gonna take even more constructors. It would honestly, maybe it'd be a good idea to go out exploring for a little bit. Now that I'm using my brain hole, let the system automate for a while we... whoops. First, I'm gonna sort all this out. Let the system just like fill up for a minute while we go and adventure for a little while. Just in case I want to bring stuff for a biomass burner. So we'll bring a stack of wire, a stack of rods, and a stack of plates. So wire. We'll bring these plates. Also bring some cement. Plates. And you should be... There we go. Wires, rods, plates. We're also going to need cable. Just to prepare for anything that may be out there. Okay, so when we're out and about looking, we're going to want to get hatcher stuff. We're definitely going to want to find a summer's loop. I don't know where one might be nearby. So... Oh, do I not have barrel nuts? I guess I don't have barrel nuts. We'll have to get those as well. And a blue power slug. Alright. Then looking at the map... Don't know what that is. Oh wait, no, that's just big hole. Okay. I see, I see. Then, let's just go... west, I'm thinking. Well, there's a power slug. So a little fun tidbit about parachuting is that it extends your reach quite significantly. I don't know why, but it just works. Alright, and I think over here is where I'm going to set up my coal generators when we eventually get them. Oh boy, what's this? Oh, you're just operational straight away. Sick.
Damaged hard drive successfully acquired. All pioneers are contractually obliged to preserve and secure any recovered hard drives for analysis in the MAM, which may result in benefits to the Fix-It mission.
Ooh.
Speculation as to why there are crashed freighters in your Fix-It designated zone is discouraged as specified in your contract.
I'm so glad they made it so you can break these sites down now as well. So nice. The way you don't have to deal with smoke being over these areas all the time. Can I grab that, please? Thank you. Get a little bit of bonus resources from it. So, Summer's loops. I think... Oh, hey. That is, that looks like sulfur. Grab some of that. Yes, please.
Unknown chemical element collected. This non-metallic and multivalent element seems to be present only in a solid state, and exhibits a most pungent smell. It is fortunate fix-it helmets are of such high quality. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
The only Summer's Loop that I can remember where it is at consistently is the one that is in the desert. It's one that is kind of easy to find. Right? Spitter.
Samples of
Hatcher.
unknown alien species acquired. It is unclear where on the flora or fauna spectrum it lies, but initial data suggests this might be a nest or an egg. Research the remains in the MAM to establish classification and potential countermeasures.
So with hatchers, as long as you are crouching, you will be fine. If you're walking or moving near them, they will start spitting out little goobers that are kind of annoying. Yeah, there's another radioactive dude. Radioactive enemies are incredibly powerful and very tough to manage. Oh, no, thank you. I spat a rock at me. What a guy. Hello. Oh, yeah. I accidentally scared you off. Okay. The benefits to gathering crash sites as in general is that they'll give you alternative recipes for like various different resources that can help really like condense the amount of constructors and things like that that you need. Makes it real convenient to get them when you get the chance to. I can totally glide up you, can't I? Damn it. Well, there's a large portion of my food. Bacon agaric, please. Thank you. Yoink that real quick, thank you. Alright, so we're at the bottom of the waterfall as of right now. Desert looks like it's over that way. Do we want to go towards it, or do we want to continue looking around here for a summer's loot? I think it might be a good idea to try going to the desert and see. Well, that's another power slug. There we go. Spooters, ow. Please leave me alone. I don't want any. Oh, there's even more spiders. Okay. We'll just slide dash away. Oh, hello. Uh-oh. Ouchie. Owie. Ugh. Don't want any. Gosh, there's so many of these guys. Ugh. I don't even know if this is the way that I want to be going. Honestly, it might not be. Yep, I think that's edge map. Can you please go away? Ow. Ow. Oh, got a nut. That's nice. Ugh. Howdy. Need power. Okay. I can't get that right now. I am way too low HP. Okay. We have successfully managed to survive. Oh, hello. That's something I definitely want.
Unknown crystalline mineral collected. This mineral is composed of the same chemical elements as quartz and may yield similar industrial functions. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
Okay, we have made it to the desert. Thank God. Alright, I believe that there is a Summers loop embedded in one of the sand dunes up around here. Yep. Is there a... This is where I built my last base on the other playthrough. I still have to say the desert is probably my favorite starting base location, just because it gives you such ample space to build. And while it does take a little bit to get resource gathering going, you can get really creative in the way that your resource transportation is set up. Just a good time. Alright. Let's see if we can't find this Summers loop. Alright. We can skip and hop here. It should be possible. Just go around this whole loop-de-loop. Parkour our way up the platform, squeeze our way through this little tap hole over here. And... free rotor. And frames. And plates. I recall the one to look out for is computers. Oh yeah, we got that easy. Yep. Yeah, we could just break that down. Ah! Free reinforced plates. That's actually a lot of reinforced plates, goodness. Any other debris around here? I don't think so. It doesn't look like it. Alright. There's a bug over this way. Let's go get this slug. Oh wait, no, that's not a slug. That's just that's some sulfur. Summers. Where are you? You know, there for a fact there is one in the desert. It is kind of easy to find. I think it might be on top of that. It's on top of one of the big dunes. Be nice once we get them, because then we'll be able to track them down a little bit easier. What's that? Oh, there's one.
Follow the veins to the altar and chant.
Oh, owie. Alright. I think we're gonna have to kill him, chat. Ooh. Before they kill me, at the very least. Oh, owie. Okay. It's like they just kind of killed each other. That works out. That. Oh, yoink that. Ouch. Ow. Okay. I'm just gonna need to be very patient with this then. All right. Oh, there's the other Summer's Loop that I was thinking of. See, yoink that.
The Summer Sloop was named after Marie Somerville, co-founder of Fixit and head of its R&D department. There are many theories about the origin of this shape and why this symbol mathematically resembling a Mobius strip has found its way to both human and extraterrestrial culture. Thankfully, you don't need to know any of these theories to be a pioneer. Research it in the MAM to establish locally appropriate classification and application. Fun fact: the planet you are on was found and named during a planet spotting event Marie hosted named Marie's Awesome Scientific Search of the Avant-Garde Exoplanets.
All right, let's kill this goober. Yeah, just like that.
Harmonize with us.
Thank you. I'll gladly take that Summer's Loop off your hands. Okay, now we have another crash site over here. This one I'm not as familiar with. Up. Hey, thank you. You need steel beams. Have any steel around here? No, there's copper sheets though. That's fun. Oh, those are encased industrial beams. What about just rated industrial beams? That, thank you. Y'all gave that to me for free. Appreciate it. And I yoink this little guy. Boop. And then run. Cool. And then we don't need to worry about anything in the water because water is in this game is safe. Now that we've made our way to the other side of the mountains, just start making our way back home. Maybe we collect one or two more crash sites on the way. I'm also pretty surprised with the amount of detail that they added underwater, considering the fact that you can't swim underwater. Yoink you, thank you. Oh, there goes the power. We'll handle that in a minute. Ow. Ow. I would like up, thank you. like to not deal with all of that down there. Oh, that's I ow. How dare. Alright. You don't want to release any. You bugger. Okay. You need power. Oh, of course. Okay, good. We actually we need those computer components specifically. All right. How do we get you arranged? We do it like, need what? 120 kilowatts, megawatts, whatever it's called. You produce 30, so we need 4 for you. 1, 2, 3. You're gonna be a bit of a bugger to get to, but whatever. Now you have enough power to open. If I'm smart enough to hook this up. There we go. Ta-da! Yeah, we can just dismantle everything. Like it was never here. And I think we've actually kind of found a way up. So that much closer to getting back to base. Here we go. Whee! Big glide. Thank you for the hydrate, baby. Home sweet base. I love you too, baby. Alright, let's see. First off, megafauna. Get this researched.
The remains researched belong to a plant-like organism hosting the larva of the flying crab, the most mature of which hatch when threatened. Hatcher remains can now be made into alien protein, and additional research may reveal options for improving pioneer safety during exploration. This fruit, dubbed the barrel nut after its distinctive color, is compatible with the human digestive system and has been added to the object scanner. Further research is available. This semi-slug, now dubbed power slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location. Power slugs extract latent energy from their surroundings to sustain themselves. By tuning the object scanner to the particular potential energy signature, it is now able to locate them against the background environmental static. Yellow power slugs are further into their life cycle than blue power slugs, and thus have more potential energy stored. They can now be processed into power shards.
Nice. That completes all of the milestones that we have access
reached.
to.
The Fix-It jump pad
That's really
combines high technology and innovation for
And we gotta move on
optimized
to
factory traversal and an ideal
phase
travel
1.
experience. Clarification. Ideal travel experience not guaranteed, individual results may vary. Pioneers are responsible for all workplace accidents resulting from jump pad usage.
Yeah. Can I make that? it's alien technology. May as well get this researched. I actually do have
Summer sloop analysis completed.
Sam
Summer
up
sloops are
this
somewhere between
note.
battery and conduit, harvesting energy from pockets of space with complete disregard for the rules of the space-time continuum, and distributing it into its connected ecosystem. This energy,
Let the effigies harvest until the waves reach our shores. Consume.
similarities to the hypothetical force of dark energy to potentially be one and the same. It can now be tracked by the object scanner. SAM fluctuator recipe unlocked. The fluctuator can mimic unique communication through patterns of electric frequencies to instruct reanimated SAM to perform specific tasks or give specific restrictions, such as matter to energy conversion. It can also function as matter memory, reading the exact composition and state of a collection of matter in one location, breaking it down, and near instantly reconstructing it in another location, which has incredible potential for smart storage.
Your threads shift solid to flow into a tapestry. Matter, 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 and mind and melody.
It breaks things down in one dimension before making it reappear in elsewhere in that dimension. Basically what that means. It remembers the arrangement of atoms that it has broken down, which is kind of interesting. At least that's what I got from that.
Pocket dimension significantly expanded. I worked all afternoon, analyzing the transdimensional confibulatory permutations of alien DNA to achieve this. We are all doing our part for Fix-It. Rebar gun and iron rebar ammo unlocked. Your ingenuity towards preservation of Fix-It property has been noted. You earned a micro break. And welcome back. I hope you feel refreshed.
All right. Yeah, this is what we want. We want the production amplifier pretty much as soon as possible. And it's a little tricky to get your hands on. Well, at least it's a little tricky to get your hands on early. That done. We can get quartz research.
Overclocking development completed. Power shards can now be inserted into all buildings to increase input and output speed. Underclocking is also possible. Note: power consumption of overclocked buildings increases exponentially. The crystalline mineral was a previously unknown variation of quartz, with uniquely large and flawless crystals, normally only found in synthetic quartz. The industrial application of this mineral will follow that of its synthetic counterpart, specifically in communication and exploration technologies. Research completed. Silica recipe unlocked. New quartz research available. This unknown chemical element was in reality an unusual mixture of solid sulfide and sulfate materials from which sulfur can be extracted. Sulfur's primary use lies in fertilizers, which we have no use for. Instead, this element enables access to more volatile obstacle clearing and pioneer defending tools. Tool belt expanded. The latest data indicates that the mycelia possess sentience. Don't worry, we have been given permission to harvest and repurpose their remains.
That's dark. With just running two of these. Yeah, for now. It would be nice to find a Caterium location. Oh, yeah, that one. Alright. I'm gonna take my two, or at least I thought I had two miners. Maybe I don't. It's actually really nice to have Caterium so close by. Oh boy, and our hard drive finished downloading. What do we got? Please be cast screws. Make it easy on me. Cheap silica or copper rotor.
Hard drive analysis completed. Alternative recipe selection available in the MAM.
Let's try it again. Not great. Not great. Then let's continue down the Caterium tree. So the idea is with hard drives is sometimes you'll get crap recipes, sometimes you won't. As long as you don't select a
Research
recipe.
completed. Caterium ingot recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
It won't appear again until you select it. So that way you can kind of prevent your hard drive recipes from filling up with just like junk recipes and then selecting it, then that same junk recipe appears again. So we'll just not select any of them for now, and until we get the recipes that we, which specifically is going to be cast screws, and then there's another roto recipe that's really, really nice to have. And the rest of them, I don't know. I haven't experimented with much. But like there's a rotor recipe that uses steel pipe instead of a bunch of screws, I think. Which just makes it much easier to craft them in bulk. Let's see. Caterium, select you. Next, we need a bunch of
Research
Caterium
completed.
wire.
Quickwire recipe unlocked. New Caterium research available.
What, it's just, is it 50 or 100 quickwire? Is 100.
New Caterium research options available. Congratulations on finding this metal. Many Fix-It initiatives will benefit from Caterium's applicability in advanced engineering. Also, it is probably not sentient, and so unlikely to feel pain as we exploit it. Research completed. Quartz crystal recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
You know, maybe go and collect a bunch of coal. Maybe what? Just right here, I think?
Research completed. Black powder recipe unlocked. New sulfur research available.
Then to make black powder, it is... It's in hue, isn't it? Kind of like a funky one. Alright. Specifically 1 to 2, which means that we would need 50 sulfur. We have a sulfur node nearby? Probably not. Sweet.
Tool belt expanded. I compounded sulfur's tristatic atom matrix into a quadrimensional gate vortex. You can now carry more stuff.
I do like carrying more stuff. Yeah, I swear, the stuff I need is either in Caterium or it's in quartz, and either way, it's not fun to get. I think we start another hard drive while I go and get some quartz. Is that it? It's like over in this direction? Yep. Oh, there's another crash site over this way. Please leave me alone. Oh, well. Probably not going to deal with this crash site. And we'll just plunk those down. So I'm like, my mind is drifting to making the reinforced iron plate factory, and the problem that's going to be is that it takes up a lot of surface area. There's not a really easy way to break that down, so I'm going to need to find an area that's like a solid 8x8 chunk that I can build in. And then I need 50 reinforced steel plates. That one's going to not be fun to collect. While I'm at it, I'm also going to make the silica I need for the blade runners. That would be really nice. Can't make the nutritional processor. Could get the medical properties situated for mycelia. Should have some mushrooms I can collect. Alright, what do we get? Show me. Right, rescan. Ugh. Both not great, I'm gonna be honest. Medical inhaler.
Medical properties of local
Okay.
mycelia established. New research options available.
So we
Medical
now have
inhaler
options for
variants.
different therapeutic inhalers, so that's good.
Blade runners unlocked. Equipped to run faster, jump with greater force, and decrease fall damage that might otherwise have lowered your value to
Oh,
fix
thank
it.
goodness. I can actually make these. I was worried that I wouldn't have enough steel frames, or iron frames, but turns out I have just enough, which is fantastic. Slot those puppies on. Now I can run faster, jump higher, keep away from goobers more effectively.
Pocket dimension now extra dimensionalized with additional dimensional capacity.
And I can carry more stuff.
Research completed. Crystal oscillator recipe unlocked. New quartz research available.
Alright, this would be really nice to get. Radio signal scanning would be phenomenal. It's gonna be a pain to get, though. I think it would be better to have the, have a gun. Making a gun would probably be a very smart idea. There we go. Now I can make bullet. Ain't that nice? Love it. Now I just need to make ammo for it, which is going to be with iron rebar. Let's make a full stack of it. There we go. All right. And now since I can jump faster or jump higher and move further with more efficacy. All right, let's try going like let's properly go west this time. Keep an eye out for any crash sites. Especially now that we can defend ourselves more effectively, I can more reliably get the things I need. I totally didn't pick up any cable, but oh well. Good. Alright. Well, there's some steel beams. That's kind of nice. Alright. Oh, you're just operational off the bat. Sweet. I'll take you, gladly. Yeah, it's a somersault. I want that. Yes, please. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Yoink. I'm sure that won't have lasting repercussions on the environment. Hello. Yoink you. Yoink. Let me yoink, please. Don't want to be rammed by Mr. Piggy. Thank you. Anything else? Any other debris? Oh, those are reinforced plates. Gimme. Yes, please. Alright. That is another hard drop. We're coming across those fairly consistently now.
effigy has no song, only echoes, but is part of a river. Why does the effigy avoid the windows?
Attention! Your brain's operations are outside typical parameters. Time spent daydreaming will be deducted from your sustenance budget.
Well, fortunately for you, I've sustained myself almost entirely on alien fruit. So, how about that, Ada? Huh? I didn't know there was another, like, desert area out here. Then again, I do suppose this must be like one of the starting zones. It does seem a little familiar. Although that is a somersault. Annoying spiders. Don't want those. Yeah, I'm gonna guess if there was a crash site near here, it would be probably on top of these big stone structures. Oh wait, no, there's one. Let's clear all of this up. Can't dismantle. So all right, it's one of the big ones. Should be able to deal with it much easier. Ooh. Let my shot a little too far. And I shot again too far. There we go. See, that was much easier. Much less embarrassing. And then we keep the melee weapon just for dealing with these guys. Still no circuit boards, though. 100 watts. I can do that. Plug you there. And to get you all hooked up, it's going to be you into you, you into you. And there we go. That'll do. There we go. There we are. I mean, we almost certainly have enough hard drives to be able to get cast screws, unless I get really, really unlucky, which would be very funny. And very sad, but mostly funny. Alright, more steel beams. No circuits. What's in here? Oh, we need solid biofuel. That's an interesting one. Okay. Unfortunately, I can't make that. You only need 8, right? Second, I thought these were pipes, and then I actually read what it was. Oh no, we need 10. Okay. So thank goodness I know how to read. Otherwise, that would have been very embarrassing. You just have left that behind. And it's such an easy recipe to build. That looks like radiation land over there. Damn, that hurt real bad. Okay. Well, let's see what we got in here, at least. Copper rotor, Caterium wire, rescan, cast screws. That would be nice, but this is nicer. Good stuff. Go get our death crate back, and then we'll build the, iron plate factory, the reinforced one. That's, is this the same crate? This is a different crate. With the same enemy setup. And, oh wait, no, this is the same crate. Okay, cool. Take all of you. Thank you. Let's play this a little bit more skittish. Oh, I totally missed that. Ow! That hurts so badly. I'm really glad that just didn't kill me outright. Can you please die, sir? Alright, there's one down. And there's two down. Okay. Ugh. This guy's hit so freaking hard. Whoa. Okay. We need to consolidate space, which is going to be a little tough. Honestly, I could probably eat this last bacon to Garrick. Put you in there. Collect all of these real quick. Alright, good. Didn't have any chest breakdowns. Fused modular. Okay, that's some high level equipment. That's what that is. What do I need to open you? Alright, you need a lot of power. 2, 3, 4, that's 120. 2, 3. I think I need one more. My math is mathing right. Okay. 2, 3, 4. need too much power space. What you need. Alright, I think that's all of them hooked up. I think that should be enough. Yep. Excuse me. It's live on stream. There we go. You guys saw that bullshit. There we go. We're going to toss that out and pick that up. We're going to toss this out. Pick you up. Going to toss you out. Pick you up. And is that all of the resources that were in here? Nope, there's another modular frame over here. Oh. Alright, then we'll toss you out, pick you up. Lastly, we will need to toss a lot of stupid. We'll toss you out, pick you up. There we go. Okay. back home. We go back home. That is the location in which we head. Honestly, this biome would also be a fun biome to make a base in. A lot of like really interesting resources. The location's fun. Like the pink bamboo forest is definitely like a late game based area that I plan to build in. Is that a summer sloop? That looks like a summer sloop. I'll yoink that summer sloop. Thank you.
The effigies ripples through our temples, our veins nearly touch. He is shy, notes shall be taken and played.
From a certain perspective, your brain looks like it is processing language, but there is no auditory data. If you are hearing voices that are not mine, this is no cause for concern. It is a common side effect of extreme pressure and stress.
Do we want to get that? I do think we want to get that. Issue is that this guy is really dangerous. Oh, ow. Guess I'm dealing with you now. Bacon agarrick. Bacon mushroom. Kill me. Got it. He's dead. Hello, wife. Well, there goes Shooty McShootface. Now we gotta take care of Stinky. Fortunately, he's angry. Yeah, I need food. I need to heal up. See? There's the bitch. Got him. Like that. Thank you. Then these hatchers are simpler to deal with. Ugh. Except I'm going to die if I stay around there too long. Okay. That was a lot. Can I access this without dying instantly? No. The answer is no. Okay. Let's yoink what we can and get out. That wasn't a lot of yoinkage. I don't have any space for any of these. Alright, we're not going to worry about it. Although that dismantle crate's going to drive me a little crazy. Take that. Alright. Home at last. With everything I could possibly need for now. I have cast screws, which is fantastic. So I'll be able to start on our steel, like our reinforced plates, which is really nice. Got a bunch of stuff researched. I didn't inhale so many barrel nuts, I would be able to get that stuff researched, but unfortunately I had to consume. I can get some of this additional research knocked out. That'll do real quick. What's it gonna take? It's like what? Alien technology tree on this side. It's 10 of these suckers. I requires rotors. I got those. Oh, it requires water. I got those too.
Potential for harnessing alien energy completed. Fixit has identified 2 development tracks requiring additional research to integrate Summersloops safely and efficiently into Fixit technology.
The loop organ contains scripture, contains instruments to compose symphonies of root and rot and recycling. Shrines to evolution and revolution.
Another thing that I'll also need to set up is with the assembler. Where am I missing cable? I stored it in this chest, didn't I? Yeah. So we need to make like 50 smart plating, which requires reinforced iron plates and rotors. For our space which I haven't constructed. I will. Because they take a while to get done, and this is needed for progression. So let's get that up and running. And that way that'll process while we build the reinforced iron plate factory. Which will happen next stream. Thank you guys for coming by and hanging out. I'm gonna go ahead and raid out now at this point. I'm just kind of waffling.